traders, and welcome to a new week in markets where the week really starts off today with some important data out of the US. We've got the release of US retail sales data, and it's the last bit of data that the Fed gets before it meets tomorrow. So for US retail sales, the market's actually looking for a weak print here. So for August, they're looking only for a 0.2% increase, as opposed to a 1% increase that they got in July. So if the market does get the weaker print, and if it actually comes out maybe below expectations, no doubt the chorus for the debate, whether it's a 25 basis point cut by the Fed or a 50 basis point cut by the Fed, will be more deafening on the 50 basis point side on a weak print. And if that does happen, no doubt we'll see US bond yields lower again, and we'll see across the board US dollar selling. So and the standout trades there, no doubt, will be selling dollar yen and also buying gold. So probably new record highs for gold and dollar yen well sub 140 on a weaker print. But if it does come out tonight and surprise on the upside, we're going to see the opposite of all of that. We're going to see some bond yields higher, and because the market has been going into this Fed meeting aggressively short US dollars, we might actually see quite a big move in the US dollar tonight bid, if it does come above expectations. So certainly tonight I'll be watching for that retail sales print, because we are going to see volatility either way. Now, come the Fed meeting, look, the way to trade this, there's a few different scenarios here. The pricing for the actual Fed rate decision is a 50-50 split now between a 25 basis point cut and a 50 basis point cut. So normally we don't see pricing for a Fed meeting with so much uncertainty. Normally the market goes in quite certain of what they expect by the Fed, and we don't see a lot of volatility on the actual rate decision. But certainly on this rate decision, we are going to see a lot of volatility. So if we get a 25 basis point cut, it probably will be a disappointment to the market, because as we've just talked about, the market is going into this Fed meeting aggressively short US dollars. So there's going to be some covering of those positions, and we could see in the short term at least a decent US dollar spike on a 25 basis point cut. But there's two parts of the Fed meeting, and the second part of the Fed meeting is when we actually get Powell speaking at the press conference half an hour later. And then no doubt he could be dovish and laying the path forward for aggressive rate cuts, which then will get the market selling US dollars again. So even if we do get that short-term bounce in the dollar on just 25 basis points, Powell could come back in, and we could see that move totally reverse. So no doubt you need to be very agile and not fall in love with positions, because this Fed meeting does have a couple of parts to it. Now look, if it comes out at 50 basis points, I think we're going to see a continuation of the momentum in US dollar selling. And again, the standouts there is the high beta trades to US yields, and again, that's the yen. So dollar yen much lower, and gold again probably much higher. Now, equity-wise, I think it's very hard to be confident of exactly how equities are going to react to either 25 basis points or 50. There is a camp saying that if the Fed does cut by 50, that potentially that they are panicking and that they're behind the curve, and we could actually see equities sell off on 50 basis points. But on 25 basis points, market may actually view that as they've started the rate cut cycle, that nothing's broken yet. and we could actually see equities, rally on 25 basis points. But I think the currencies is a much easier play into the Fed meeting than what equities are. But no doubt we're going to see a lot of volatility each way. So probably the best and wisest idea is to go in light into trading the Fed and then wait and see if there's some sort of clear direction. But no doubt watching the bond market and US 2-year yields and 10-year yields will probably give you clues of how to trade US equities and also the USD. Anyway, good luck over the payrolls, and we'll check back in after.